Pac-Man is an arcade game developed by Japanese gaming company, Namco. The game was created by Toru Iwatani and released in Japan on the 22nd May 1980. The game was first released on the arcade machine, and has since been developed on many consoles including the Atari Gaming Systems, Game Boy and the Windows Phone 7. In the game, the player controls Pac-Man through a maze, eating Pac-Dots or pellets. When all Pac-Dots are eaten, Pac-Man is taken to the next stage. 4 enemies, which is also known as ghosts, roam the maze, trying to catch Pac-Man. If an enemy touches Pac-Man, a life is lost. When all the lives have been lost, the game ends. Near the corners of the maze are 4 larger, flashing dots known as power pellets that provide Pac-Man with the temporary ability to eat enemies. When Namco first launched the game in Japan in 1980, the game received a decent response, as games like Space Invaders were popular at the time. However, the game found more success in North America. Pac-Man's success in North America took competitors by surprise at the time of its release. Marketing executives had seen the trial of Pac-Man at a trades show but overlooked the game. By the end of 1980, Pac-Man took over the title of Asteroids as the best-selling arcade game in North America, making over $1 billion in revenue, which surpassed Star Wars. By that time, Pac-Man had sold more than 350,000 arcade cabinets. Towards the end of the 20th century, Pac-Man had made $2.5 billion, making it the highest-grossing game of all time. Pac-Man is one of the few games to have been consistently published over 3 decades, having been remade on numerous platforms and creating many sequels, only one of which was designed by Toru Iwatani. The most significant was Ms. Pac-Man that was released in the United States in 1981 by General Computer Corporation. This game was faster, more mazes, and included more bonus items. Other Pac-Man games that have been released on the arcade machine include Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus and Pac-Man Battle Royale. The combined sales of counterfeit arcade machines sold nearly as many units as the original Pac-Man. The first home console that this game was released on was the Atari 2600, which somewhat resembled the original and was criticized for its flickering ghosts. However, it is the best-selling game for the Atari 2600, despite the criticism. The game was released for the Apple II series, IBM personal computers, the Commodore 64 and the Nintendo Entertainment System. For a handheld option, it was released on the Game Boy series and also the Sega Game Gear. Downloads of the game have been made on platforms such as Xbox Live, and also for smartphones like the Android system. Pac-Man went on to become an icon of video game culture during the 1980s, and a wide variety of Pac-Man merchandise were sold, including t-shirts to toys and even Pac-Man-shaped pasta. The game has also been referenced in other forms of media as well. It was mentioned in the film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and the song Pac-Man Fever by Buckner and Garcia went to number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 songs and had sold 2.5 million copies as of 2008. In conclusion, the game Pac-Man has been one that has changed the world of gaming since the introduction of the game in 1980, and been loved by millions of people throughout the world, and this will continue for many years to come.